People wonder what can be done on a personal level when they look at this world and feel overwhelmed by all the terror news where everything's going to fail and epidemics are coming our way, we're warming up the planet, and yada yada yada. Well, the individual can do a lot, and you'd be surprised how the largest object will come down when you just chip away, like a beaver. I've watched beavers go to work on trees until they have almost a pencil point of a tree trunk balancing on the other point of another pencil. That's what it looks like. And they are terrific engineers. They know how long it's going to take to finish this tree. They know where they want it to fall, what direction they want it to fall, and when to get out of the way when it starts falling. They know all of that. And they have patience. Patience. And when you watch a beaver, he does it on his own. He doesn't go around saying, gee, that's a huge tree, I better get a whole bunch of beaver here and we can all go at it. He starts his own chipping away. He doesn't look for confirmation. Am I doing a good job? He just knows he is, because he's got patience. And this big monster of a tree will eventually fall. It'll fall exactly where you wanted it to fall. And afterwards, he doesn't look round for applause. He's done what was, for him, a natural thing. The largest things can fall by the act and the patience of someone who puts some life into what they're doing. When you realize there is a real war going on, very deceptive, well camouflaged, but you understand what it is, then you start putting your life into something that's real and worthwhile. And just like the beaver, you don't look around for applause at the end of it. The reason there's information to be passed on, it's only been the more cautious and devious way of governments, way of getting around that's led them to create such a system of massive propaganda and indoctrination through television and media and schooling. It wouldn't be necessary except for people who passed on knowledge and wisdom through countless centuries. The people who could point to the king and say he has no clothes and break the spell that held the masses. That's what it takes. But it takes life. And when you look at what people really are doing with themselves, they're doing what's authorized to be good citizens, upstanding, upright, and yet they're not alive, they're not living. They're putting time in, they're killing time. And as they kill time, they're killing themselves. And there's nothing more worthwhile that brings the flame alive than getting involved, keeping your cool as you do it, and passing on just enough information here and there that maybe one day will light the fire in someone else when the words come back to them that you have uttered at the right time. That's how knowledge has been passed on, because so much can be contained in few words, and the way you put them together must come from your own heart. When it does, and there's no show put on, no bluff, no con game at work, you reach people. Simply be sincere, but make sure that you believe in what you're saying. First, living is a chance. Everything in life is a chance, and only those who die internally do so because they won't take chances, till eventually they'll be much older and they'll say it's too late for me to alter anything. Why would you choose to live in a life of misery when the fate of the future lies within you? If you care to start utilizing, if you utilize that drive within you in any way you can. We live in a world where most people truly are afraid to contact people around them, or simply say something they want to say for fear of breaking the silence or shattering the illusion. They want to conform. They want to give up their own personal song and conform to the authorized choir. And that's the death of not only individuals, it's the death ultimately of humanity when you're all singing in the same choir, because that means someone's conducting you and someone wrote the song, but not you. What a dull, dreary world that would be when there's no possible way to see variation, We can't allow ourselves to be psychologically put under by deceptions or worry or stress and fear. When you realize we're all going to die, hopefully not all at the same time, but judging from what we've seen of the past, everyone eventually dies. When you realize how precious life itself is, and that there's supposed to be a joy in living, a joy, then you have to claim that back again and tell those who are trying to destroy it to get off your back. We have a right to participate in the decision making that affects us. We don't need other people to tell us how we should be, how we should live, what we should do, in some authoritarian manner as though they came out some special birth canal. The pretenses were not long enough, and the elite know this. They know this cannot go on for much longer. That's why the hype, to get us dumbed down by every means possible and to make the masses more manageable and placid. Most of all the fear-mongering in all ages is fabricated nonsense, most of it. Not all of it, but most of it. And we cannot allow that to get us down until our fire is quenched. Because the song in a person is your fire. It's the driving force within yourself. It gives you the inquisitiveness. It gives you the yearning to be excited and go and look and see and do. So rather than go through life worrying and fuming and fretting of what they will do next, the big they, do something with it. Don't simply put your time in like a prison sentence. Stop passing time and start doing something.